Hey everybody, I just wanted to show you how to go about converting a paper quiz or exam into a question bank in Canvas using Respondus. Um, Most of you have software that allows you to create paper exams in Word or RTF format. And so you can just take those and create those tests and upload them into Canvas directly. Some of your software will let you convert straight to Canvas, and then you won't have to do this step. But some of us have older paper exams that actually aren't older. In my case, I use a free online textbook which didn't have any questions, so I had to develop all of these questions myself. Anyway, so the first step you have to do is get your questions into the correct format so that Respondus can read them. All you need to do is to denotate a question as you use a number and a period or a number and a parenthesis, and that will allow Respondus to recognize that as a question. And then your answer choices, if you just use a letter and a period or a letter and a parenthesis, Respondus will recognize that as an answer choice. And then you put an asterisk with no space in front of the correct answer. You can also by using this little tilde symbol, you can actually also put feedback. So there's my feedback. It's a tilde and a space, and then whatever feedback you want. In my case, it's just showing students what page they can find the correct information on if they want to. The nice thing is that Respondus actually has a little, when you do import questions, so here we are at the main page. So if I'm going to import questions, I just click on import questions from a text file. And if I go to the help menu, the first step tells you to put it in standard format, and there's a little guide that tells you exactly how to format questions correctly, which is kind of what I was just explaining. Anyway, so once I'm in here, I want to make sure my personality is set to Canvas, because that's going to tell Respondus we're going to export this exam to a Canvas class. So I click import questions. In my case, I'm using Microsoft Word 2007 or later, so a docx file. And I'm going to browse, and I'm going to find in BUA 245 online quizzes my Chapter 9 quiz that I have all formatted. Then I have to give it a name. Respondus is kind of picky about your naming conventions. I'm going to call this BUA 245 Chapter 9 quiz. It doesn't like periods, so that's why I didn't use a period. And then I'll hit preview. And why it's good to hit preview is it will give you some warnings and notes. In my case, the only warning I got is that 6 of my questions had duplicate question titles. That's because I didn't use question titles, and so it was just trying to read the first line of my question to create a question title. I don't worry about titles to my questions. Some people do, and the format will tell you how to do that. So I'm okay with those warnings. So the next thing I do is I hit finish. And that saves my file as a Respondus file. So now I've got this Respondus file all set up. So that's the first step to getting my information into Canvas. So in order to publish this now to Canvas, what I have to do is use the Preview and Publish tool. So I click on that tab. And the first thing I like to do is click Preview and preview the file. And this will just show me my quiz as it will, or these quiz questions as they will look to students. And I can go through it. If I don't like any of them, I can always go back in and edit my Word document till I get them the way I like them. Once I've previewed them and feel like I'm good with that, then I click Publish and click on the Publish wizard. So my option is to publish to a single course or batch publish to multiple courses. In this case, I'm going to publish to a single course. The first time you do this, you'll have to add a new server. I've already added the EAC Canvas server, but if you needed to add it, you would click on, so I'll do it again, you would click on add a new server, and you won't find any pre-configured server settings, so you'll have to hit no, I want to enter server settings manually. And then it's going to tell you in your browser, go to any course list page and then copy the address line from the browser into the box below. That's a little bit scary if you don't feel very techy. but it's actually not too bad. If I just come here and I go to my Canvas login, and I log into Canvas, so this is my course list page where I have all my courses listed. In fact, I'm going to click on courses and go to all courses. And so you'll see for ours, the address is eac.instructure.com/courses. I just copy that and then paste it right here. Then we hit extract, and it will use, it figures out what's place on the server it needs to go. And then I can put whatever in there. In my case, I put EAC Canvas server, and then you use your username and your password, the one you use to log into Canvas. Once you do that, it will establish a connection between Respondus. I'm going to hit cancel because I've already done it. But between Respondus and Canvas. So I'm going to use EAC Canvas server. Then I'm going to hit next. I'm going to tell you, I'm asked to select whether it's a graded quiz or a question bank. I want mine to be a question bank. I want it to be called BUA 245 Chapter 9 quiz. Then I'll hit next. Then it's going to look at the Canvas server and find all my courses. And I have to choose which course I want it to go to. So in my case, I want it to go to, I'm going to use it, I'm going to have it go to my BUA 245 development course. And then I'm going to hit next. And then I hit finish. And it takes a few seconds. In this case, it's telling me it's still working on it. Now it says it's successfully published, so I can hit finish. And so now I can go into Canvas, and I can go to the course, which I did was my development course here. And if I go to quizzes, and come up here to the ellipses and hit manage question banks, you'll see that here it is, my course question bank, BUA 245 Chapter 9 quiz is there. If I click on it, all my questions will be listed. If I want to show question details, I can see that they've all imported. So I know that's kind of a lengthy process, but still, once you learn it, it is way better than trying to go in and create each question individually in Canvas. So I hope it was useful to you, and I hope you have a great day and have a great few weeks ahead of you as you're converting all your courses over to Canvas.